All right, once again, you're all welcome. This is Share Shubanjo, and we're having a review on a MACD automation and the MACD manual trading, and looking at our setup also. A setup that is going to give us the opportunity to minimize the floating losses, especially for our new members that are coming on board. And of course, how to use the smart strategies, that means sniping of the markets. All these three that I've mentioned has been working well for most of us. And I believe that everyone that is practicing it is getting results. Please, if you are using MACD automation or MACD manual trading, all right, for your trading and you're getting results, just drop a yes. Drop a yes before I start. Drop a yes. If you know you're using it and you're getting results, drop a yes. Does it mean we're not using it? Wow, that means we're not using MACD automation. This is serious. Anyway, okay, thank you so much, Madam IJ. Thank you so much. So we have someone that said yes. All right, Madam Chika, that's great. That's great. I just want to be sure how many of us here are using it, and if we still need guidance, we're going to talk about that. All right. So we need guidance. Thank you so much. I know a lot of us are using it anyway. I mean, some have been chatting me privately to tell me, wow, this thing is awesome. Now, let me just start this way. Thank you so much, everyone that has responded. And I know every other person that wants to respond will also respond. Let me start it off this way. All right. MACD automation is one of the best things that I believe that you need to understand and start applying. It will give you results, especially when you use it with a good set margin call. All right. It will help you so much. And especially when you're sniping the market. And how do I mean by sniping the market? I'm talking about taking just 1%, 1.1%, 1.3%, maximum 1.5% on every trade. So if your focus is to make 10% profit in a day, then you will trade and make 1.1 or 1.3% 5-10 times in a day, and you will have achieved your targets. Instead of you to eventually want to target 10% at once, my brother, it could be a real big stress. And I'll recommend that no one should think about doing that, especially at this stage. All right. So first of all, we'll look at this setting that I'm using. I want to take my time to explain this setting again. It's not going to take time, but this time I'm going to be faster because of the time. By 8:30, we should be done by all we want to do. All right. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right, I'll share my screen. Sorry for the old delay. All right, start now. Okay, so let me go to my ROYALQ. Now, for everyone that is using MACD, all right, a lot of leaders have a way and they have their own setting, all right, for margin call. But I am actually using this and encouraging my team members to use it because I've used it over a month plus, this margin call setting, and it has worked marvelously well. We've gotten good results with it. All right. So, you know, you are supposed to set up your margin call. So to set it up at the back of it, you go to mine. This is mine. I hope you, let me just, I'm sure this is mine. This is mine. So you click on mine. All right. So when you click on mine, it opens up. Then you now scroll to my strategy setting. Well, I'm sure we know it by now. So when we click on my strategy setting, now if you don't have any strategy setting here, all right, you need to set up your own. You need to set it up. So the plus that you can see on the top on the right hand side is because I have two set up already. All right. So you need to set it up afresh. So for me, I'll click on the plus. And now it's giving me an opportunity to set up my margin call. The first at the top here, where they wrote steady on the left-hand side at the top. I believe we have seen it, but let me still show it. This is it here. All right. So that's set steady. You click the drop-down arrow. It gives you the options at the bottom here. It gives you these options: steady, conservative, and radical. I will just say this briefly. All right. Radical simply means people that can take risk. All right. They can withstand risk. They are good at it. They are not afraid. All right. Meanwhile, conservative are people that are always afraid of the market, especially. All right. And steady is someone that is in the middle, is not afraid, at the same time is always takes things step by step, but at least it can also take good risk. All right. So that's why I have decided to choose steady. And when I click on steady now, you will see what we're going to get. So I click on steady. Just a minute. I click on steady and I click on confirm. Now, the steady will give you all these seven margin calls. It is automatic. ROYALQ has it in there for it. And it's going to give you all this also. But there's just one or two things you should change here, which I'm going to talk about. One, you change this 1 point. You can leave this 1.3, or you can make it 1.1. All right? Because you're new and you want to make sure you snipe the market. Sniping the market is why we use 1.3, 1.1, or 1%. But if you're putting 5% there, you will sleep in this market. Or if you're even using 2% at times, your trade might get to 1.9% and then retrace down and then go into floating loss. My brother, that can really get you pissed off. So that's why we encourage you to use 1.1 or 1.3. Just hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry, I need to quickly admit those people. Someone should be doing that for me, but anyway, we'll have a better arrangement. So now, when you have done that, then the next one will come to is this 0.3. All right, this 0.3, you just simply put there 0.01. Or better say, you can put there 0.1. That is the whole position take profit callback. All right, the whole position callback can make it 0.1. I'm just giving you my setting, the way I set it, and it's been working. It's been working. Then this other one that is 0.5, I'm sure you can see there. This 0.5, all right, 0.01. Then this other sub-position take profit callback, which is 0.3. You also make it 0.01. So when you are through with that, all right, now this place that it has circle, all right, this particular circle, you just click the drop-down arrow and it will become one shot. Let me show you. All right, are you seeing it now? It's now one shot. All right, so that's just the way, that's what you do about that. It's as simple as and easy. When you have done this, the next place to come is the margin configuration. Now, let me click it so you can see what is happening there. So I click the margin configuration. When you get to the margin configuration, please make sure that this side leave it exactly automatically, you will discover that it will give you 47%. That means that if your trade goes deep up to 47%, it will still be trading for you. That's what it simply means. I took my time to understand this, and that's why I'm sharing it. And so I will recommend that since you are using steady, don't change anything here until you have also understood it, so you can now do it in such a way that it's going to, that it will work, according to your system. But for me, I believe this is the best way you should go about it. Then for this other side here, all right, this other side here, especially when you're using $100 capital. When you're using $100 capital, this other side here, the first one should be two times of first buying amount, two times. The second one should also be 2. So let me just go ahead and change it. All right, 2. The third margin call should also be 2. All right. Then the fourth margin call will be 3. The fifth margin call will be 4. Then the sixth margin call, you make it 2. The seventh margin call, all right, you make that 4. Now, please look at this. All these that I've explained here, all right, these 2, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, all right, it is what helps you when your trade goes into floating loss. There is no way you can trade without going into floating loss, because it's when it goes deep, all right, it will buy more coin, more asset for you. It's when it goes down. Look at this typical example. Look at this. The first buying amount is $5. That's what we're using for $100 capital. So the first buying amount is $5. So when you buy the coin $5 worth at a particular level. If the market comes down by 3.5%, it will buy 2 more. If it comes down again by 4%, it will buy 2 more. If it comes again by 4.5%, it will buy 2 more. Remember what ROYALQ actually gave us. 2 is here, 4 is here, 8 is here, 16 is here, then the next one is 32, and so on. When you operate like that, you can never slip in floating loss. When you use steady or conservative, and if you are someone that can take risk, when you use radical, all right, you will not stay long in float. Even if you're in the deep, you'll be making money. If you're in the deep, you'll be making money, especially if your multiple buy-in ratio is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. It is exactly like that. Because when the market goes down, it will buy double for you at the lower price. So it will make your profits to be able to show up on time. I can't, the way, since I'm using the phone, I can't explain it deeper than this. But the time is going to come, I'm actually going to use a whiteboard, all right, on the system, whereby I can now take my time to explain to you. When you hear and understand this thing, you will fall in love with ROYALQ system. You will fall in love with ROYALQ system. If somebody has a $1,000 and you have $1,000 and the person buys his own coin at a certain price, in short, if both of you buy the coin at a particular price, you enter at the same time and you use margin call, all right? On $1,000, maybe you entered with, I don't know, maybe $20 first. Then now the first margin call is times 2, the second margin call is times 4, the third margin call is times 8, the fourth margin call is times 16. You discover that when the market goes down for both of you, someone that uses the exchange and someone that uses the ROYALQ, when the market is now coming back up, you that you use ROYALQ and you use margin call, all right, DCA, you eventually discover that you will get your profit, you get out of that trade faster. That's why when I understood this, I said, thank God that I understand it. and it's been working. And that's why I will say that this setup, please hold it, use it, despite the fact that your first buying amount is $5. Some people might feel, if I use $5 and the market goes up and sell, and all that I'm taking is just 1.5%, they will feel that I'm not making much profit. But listen, I as a person, and since you are listening to this training, I'm telling you that by the time you do that over time, all right, then your mind will focus and show you a better way to move ahead. If you don't use $5 and discipline yourself, if you decide to say this thing is not bringing plenty profits, and you decide to put your first buying amount at $30, and all the money you have is $100, the first day, second day, first week, second week, you might be enjoying profits, but suddenly, maybe a day after, it goes into the deep. Your capital and your profit goes into the deep. You become miserable. And I don't want you to become miserable. A lot of us have learned in the hard way. And so that's why I am sounding this. I am opening this up. There's no magic in it. I've taken 12 trades, or is it 12? Maybe like 15 trades today. All right. Everything sold off, except one I just took of recent this evening. Everything has sold off. And I took 1.1, 1.3. So someone should calculate to tell me what the percentage is. What is my profit percentage? Please, I took 1.3 for 15 times. How many percentage is that? I'm sure it's not less than 15%. So if I was trading with eventually a total of $1,000, you know how much that is going to be. But if I decide to choose 15% at once, maybe it's going to sell by next week or 2 weeks' time. I hope you understand what I've actually explained now. Please, if you understand, just put a 1. Just drop a 1 if you understand. Because this is just the main area I need you to understand. When you understand this, then MACD automation is not a problem. I've actually sorted out. Just drop a 1. Let me see people's response. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, is it just 4 people that understand what I've said? Is it just 4? Is it just 4 people that understand what I've said? Let me just count. Let me be sure. Anyway, if 4 people understand, then I'm happy. We can all not understand at the same level. So I believe that bit by bit, we will understand it. So if this is understood, let me just scroll to the bottom and let me click confirm. And remember, this is our first buying amount. It's 15 here, but I've told us, let's make it $5. When you're using $5 and you are practicing it, listen, you are actually improving yourself. When you now get to an extent that you now understand it well, how to use MACD automation or MACD manual, all right, then you can now do some little improvements, which I will teach you later on. I'm always so happy. Let me share this account with you, this person's account. Let me just save this. Let me just change this. Let me change this, put it $5 as my first buying amount, and I can go to the bottom, and yes, it's good to save. It's good to save. So now I can click the arrow here to go back, and this is the person's account. Now, look at this account. I'm always so happy about it. This account actually started operating on 1st of April, all right? We're using $5 as first buying amount. So most time when we use the $5, and at the end of the day, it will go up and sell and give us a profit. So maybe like a profit of 1.5% on $5. So you can imagine how irritating it's going to be. But we continued. And when we continued, it got to a time that the profit started improving. Because this time now, we now understand exactly how to go about it. All right? So we made some little adjustments. Those little adjustments kept on improving. None of this day. Look at, I think it's almost every day. Every day we trade and we make profits. Today alone, we made $7.2 on this account. All right. Of course, there are some other accounts. This same account is an $100 account. It has made a total of $73. Today is not gone yet. All right. But it has made a total of $73 within a month plus. So that means MACD is working. So if you're still having issue, there's going to be question and answer where you can ask and we'll guide you. I'm willing to guide you. I want to see you win with MACD automation or MACD manual. Is that understood? Thank you so much for that. So now let's look at MACD automation and MACD manual trading style. All right. Can we enable opening position double for 5? No. Please don't. Because when you enable that, automatically that money is not going to be enough. But like I told you, there are some improvements you will do along the line, right? When you have taken grip, or you have understood how to really use your MACD well with the right setting and snapshotting the market. So there is something I'm going to explain to you. Though I might not explain it now. Yes, it's being recorded. Let me go ahead. Yes, it's being recorded. Let me go ahead. So now, let me just look for a coin. Let me look for this coin. There's a coin we've been trading since morning. All right. The name of the coin is DIA. This is DIA. Finally, it has gotten to 10.43%. So let me click on it. This particular coin, I want to, oh my, let me see. I'm trying to see. Okay, great. Come in. I want to see the best example I can use. This one is not giving me. Because I want to explain this MACD automation. Remember when the golden cross is about to take place. All right. So if you set MACD automation, it's going to use golden cross to enter to trigger the price, to trigger the trade for you. And remember, MACD automation is just for you to enter the market. It does not help you with your margin call setting. So you must get the right margin call setting for you to enjoy this. All right. You must get the right margin call setting for you to enjoy this. So let me see if I can see another coin that can really do good. Wow, peanut 61%. Serious. All right, let me look at Nero. I'm trying to see where I can. Okay, it's not connecting. I want to see where golden cross is about to take place. So I'll just explain what I do. I'll explain what I do. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's use POL. Let me see if it's going to give us something. No. Okay, let me use PROM. Oof. PROM. Okay, let me go to trading view. Please, that's why it's compulsory. Everyone should have trading view because trading view is going to show this better. All right. So let me go to trading view. PROM. Okay, this is PROM here. Okay. Fine. Let me use this. Let me see. 1 hour. No. 4 hours. 1 day. Okay, great. This is a very good example. that I can use. All right. Now look at this. Look at this. You remember that MACD automation is based on 15 minutes. And why we say it's based on 15 minutes that it will not stay long in the market if you use 15 minutes. All right. So for me, all right, if I want to set MACD automation, something like this is good. But remember that this is 1 day. All right. It has to be on 15 minutes. But because I want to explain something, that's why I'm doing this. Now look at this, where I'm actually putting my hand here. The blue is about to cross the orange on the way up. Now, if you know you want to take this trade, remember, I'm not saying you should take this trade though. This is 1 day. So please don't take this trade. All right. I'm just using it as a sample, assuming this is 15 minutes. And I see the blue coming so close to the orange like this. All right. You and I have been taught that MACD automation, you just go and set it. All right. And you will say below 0 because it's below the 0 line. And when you set it, eventually it will trigger. Now, maybe it's going to trigger in an hour's time, in 4 hours time, in a day's time, I don't know. But it will trigger when it gets there. All right. But I personally, I use MACD manual trading. And what I do is that when I go to the 15 minutes and I see something like this, I see the blue line, all right, the blue line curving like this and about to cross the orange, I will enter this market. I will enter this market immediately. And before the golden cross takes place, I will take my 1.1 or 1.3% profit. I'll get out of the market because it will sell it off. As soon as I sold it off, I will now go and enter the market again for the second time. This time around, the golden cross is taking place. I will enter this market, take again my 1.1 or 1.3. That's the second time. Meanwhile, as at that particular time, the golden cross just took place. And some people would use the golden cross, and when they do that, right? I mean, when they choose the MACD automation, all right, they will just set it, and when it even sells, you're not there, you don't know, or better still, they'll put like 3% profits. I want to make all the money in a day. But I will not do that. I'll just take my 1.1, 1.2, 1.1, 1.3, maximum 1.5. So before your own MACD automation sells and give you your 1.5 or your 2%, I have taken 1.3% 3 times. And I'll keep monitoring. And as I monitor, I can see, okay, the waiting room. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I should have a better way of doing this next time. All right. So sorry about that. So let me continue. So I hope we got what I'm trying to explain here. Let me know. Let me just know. Did you get what I'm trying to explain here? If you have gotten this, just drop a 1. If you have gotten what I'm trying to explain here, when we talk about MACD manual trading, if you have gotten what I'm trying to explain here, just drop a 1. I want to be sure. All right, Mr. Femi, thank you so much. Mr. Femi has gotten it. Yes. Madam Yemisi, thank you. Madam Martins, thank you so much. Yes, I'm so happy we're getting this right. I'm so happy we're getting this right. So are we the only three that have gotten this? All right, Mr. Raymond, thank you, sir. Mr. Raymond, we need to talk after this Zoom meeting. All right, Madam Chika, thank you so much. So this is the reason why people wonder, how do I make this kind of profits? All right, it's because I use the MACD manual trading system. But please, if you are still new and you have not gotten grip of how this thing works well, please use the MACD automation. There is no sin there. All right. The market will always be there. So if you don't make much money today, tomorrow is still there. Day after tomorrow is still there. The reason why I'm taking this training is that I want to make sure you understand this thing well, so that when people approach you and talk about, is ROYALQ truly working? You tell them, indeed it's working. And here is my testimony. Here is my proof. Do we understand? So I always do this because I know that, okay, I always do this anytime I see that it's closed like this, especially on 15 minutes. Even at times, if I see this, if 15 minutes is not showing this, at times I see it on 1 hour. Please, I will hit the market straight and do my sniping 1.1. I will not even use 1.3 if it's 1 hour. Under 1 hour time frame, I will not use 1.3. I'll use 1.1 or 1%. Enter, take it, and I will now wait for the market to retrace. Let me show you a typical example of DIA that we traded today. You will see what I'm trying to explain. Hold on, please. Let me go to DIA. Hold on. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, this is DIA. Okay, so this is DIA. I'm going to show you something now. Okay, just hold on. Now look at DIA. DIA has, let me even break this here. Wow! I didn't even know when it went as high as this. Okay, oh, it was on 1 day. No wonder. I thought it was doing magic. Let me go to 15 minutes. Okay, so this is 15 minutes. So, all right. So this is 15 minutes, all right? So it actually went beyond all we did today. Now, if anybody can follow me to count, all right, all those places that you see that took TP 5, EMC, TP 1, these are different people that did their setting. These are different trades we took today. So see how many trades we actually took today. All right, count with me, please. I'm coming over. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Hold on. This is 7, this is 8, this is 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one here is 13, 14. There are 2 here. Oh, let me actually split it up so you'll be able to. Okay, it's the same. It's the same place. All right. So we took 13, 14 trades on this DIA. 14 trades on DIA. Listen, this is huge. This is huge. Please learn MACD. Understand the best settings you can be using now. Don't be so eager as that now to make profits. Understand it and master it. When you have done that, floating loss will not threaten you. The setting we're using has a dip of up to 47%. So that means if the market drops down up to 20, 30%, you are good to go. Even if it drops up to 47%, you can add more margin call. Don't let floating loss give you headache. I tell you that confidently. Don't let it give you headache. So there's a way out. I tell you, those are even having issue with floating loss now. I tell you, there's a way out. This will be discussed later. But when you are bringing up your setting, your margin call setting, do it this way so that you remove headache of floating loss. I don't think about it. I don't even believe it can. The way it is now, no. But if things change later, where we'll adjust the setting. We'll adjust it. Make sure you're sniping the market using 1.1, 1.3, maximum 1.5. Do we understand? Then I don't want to go through the MACD automation, how to set it. It's not new to us again. Everyone else should know that. But I've only tried to show you the difference between MACD automation and MACD manual, how I snap the market. All right? Then let me also show you something else. Let me show you something else. Now, look at this, the way this is, all right? Whenever you're trading, you should put this at the back of your mind. Come in. Now, see this red. When you see this red, that means the market is coming down so much. You can see it start from small area, start increasing. But the red is thick here. It's really sharp. But when we got to this zone, the red has become lighter. Do you know what that means? That means that the sellers are reducing. So the market is about to take a turn. If you look at the histogram, right, this histogram, you will see anytime you see green, after green, you see red. After red, you see green. After green, you see red. That's why I love MACD automation. It will let you know that something is about to happen. I am always after the green because we're doing spot trading, we're buying. So whenever I see the red like this, whenever I see the red so thick like this, and it's already fading up this way, I'm already getting myself ready. Even at times, when I see it coming this way, I'm ready to move into the market. And you can see it here. You can see the way it worked there. All right? It went and someone will have just taken this, got here, taken his profit, 1% or 1.1, 1.3, and then you get out and you wait for the next wave that is coming. I hope this is understood. Please, if we have understood what I've just explained, because these are the three main things we just want to share with us today. So if you have understood this, let me know so that we can go to question and answer. And by God's grace, we will make this training twice in a week and we'll stand by it. But we'll need your own cooperation also. So let me know if it's okay. If it's okay, if you understand what we have done, just drop a 1. Just drop a 1 to let me know that you understand what we have explained this evening. Like I said, we're just going to use an hour. Just going to use an hour, and it's so close to an hour already. All right, by 8:30, we're rounding up because I still need to do some learning tonight. Okay. So some of us understand it. Some of us understand it. I believe that with time, right, we will all be able to achieve this. I was so happy when one of my partners in US actually chatted me up today. I didn't even know that it was actually trading. I was bothered that this guy is not trading. Why? Is he having issues? So he now told me, Mr. Shea, I've been trading, I'm making my money. I said, that's great. What's your username? He now gave me the username. No wonder I've been saying, who owns this username? I didn't know it was the guy. And so that means it's working. MACD is working. If you are here at this meeting and MACD is still not clear to you, please just let me know. Just drop a message there. Not clear. Not clear. Listen, don't be shy. Explain, because that is what will give you the opportunity to be able to, if you know it's not clear at all, let me know. Let me know so that I can know how best to go about helping. If it's not clear, if there's anyone here. Yes, a lot of people have said it's clear to them. All right. Yes, a lot of people have said it's clear to them. Yes. 111. Thank you so much. But if you are here and it's not clear, we're 23. Ooh. We're 23 here. So if you are here and it's not clear to you, please let me know so we can see the best way to go about this. No one should be here and not earning. No one should be here and not earning. Please, no one. So if it's not clear, please let me know. And if peradventure you're here and maybe you don't want to say it's not clear, reach out to me. I will do you that favor, guide you, all right? So far, you are coachable. So far, you're ready to learn. I myself, I'm not ready to waste my time. I have precious time to do great things. All right, Mr. Sunday, you
Good
can,
evening, sir.
okay, you're already unmuted, so you can just ask your question.
I don't have question because you didn't allow me to enter the meeting. You kept us waiting in the waiting room. A lot of people are there. Once you start meeting, you don't check the waiting room. This is not the first time. You always abandon the waiting room and you just continue. Now the meeting is running or you just open it. One of my invitees.
But what time did you join?
I started the meeting with you. I joined 8:30, but the network logged me out. Because of bad network, some of us are logging in and logging out. And once somebody get out, you don't check the waiting room again.
Please, I want to believe at the next meeting, this is not going to occur again. All right.
Maybe you
I'm
should
going to assign someone to make sure he does
open.
that.
I will shout you after the meeting.
Okay. All right. Then there's a recording. It's recorded. So sorry about that. Thank you so much.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. So I believe we're good. Do we have questions? Please? Everybody must make money with this MACD automation, though. And interestingly, there is RSI automation. We're going to also look at that, but I want us to understand MACD. When you master the MACD automation or the MACD manual trading, then definitely the RSI automation will help you so much also. It's going to make you happy. I tell you that. It's some people, some leaders are already using it and they're getting good results. All right. So I'm going to share that with us also as we go on. So please, if you have any question, let's ask. But in the absence of none, it's almost 8:30. Our time is well spent. And please, if you know you have gotten value from today's meeting, just drop value. The message, just drop value. If you have gotten value from today's meeting, kindly drop value. Just drop their value. If you have gotten value from today's meeting, okay? All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi. Thank you, Madam Chika, Mr. Raymond. Mr. Raymond, we need to talk after today's training, please. All right. So we have just 3 people that got value from today's meeting. We're roughly 20 right now. I hope some people are not logged out again. All right. I understand. Yes, thank you so much. All right. Yes, the video is good. The link for the video is going to be shared. It's going to be shared to those groups. So I really don't know everybody, but it's going to be shared to those groups. Mr. Samuel Gomez, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're taking this step and you're getting to understand this very well. Madam Excel Happy, I need to speak with you after this training. Let's talk, please. All right. Great to see you people here. I believe since we don't have any question, we can all unmute and let's say hello to ourselves and we can end the training. I'm so glad we made exactly 1 hour. I'm so glad we're able to make 1 hour. So let's unmute.
Hello, Shane. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry. So someone is asking. Thank you for today's explanation. It's really clear. Much value was gotten. So someone is asking, 50. There is any setting for $50?
Yes, there's a setting for $50. I think we did it some times ago. Though I don't always encourage it. All right. I don't always encourage, because like $50 will not take the person more than maybe 3 margin call.
Okay.
And so I want to be safe. It's still going to be $5 as the first buying amount. So the first margin call is going to be ×2. The second margin call is going to, so $5. The first margin call is ×2, which is $10.
Yeah.
All right. The second margin call is also going to be ×2, which is $10 again. So that makes $20.
Yeah.
The third margin call is going to be ×2. All right. So the fourth margin call can also be ×2. Let's just make it ×2. That's going to be
fourth margin call.
It's going to be 4 margin calls. Yeah. Then the last one might be ×3. You understand what I mean?
The $50 will not be enough now. It will not be enough to do ×3.
No, ×3 now.
On the fifth call, it's $50 now. After the fourth call, the person already has spent $45, so it's remaining only $5.
The fourth call, that fourth call will be ×3.
Okay. So it's the only fourth call. It will stop. It will stop at fourth call.
Yes. Yeah, it will stop at fourth call the fourth call. But this is it. So far, so good. All right. The seven margin call I've been using. The highest it has gone. Maybe when the market showed me shaky. All right. It got the fifth margin call. And from there it reversed. So the fifth margin call will actually be like 30-something% dip. So that means the market did not go up to 30-something% dip, and it changed. All right. And so even if the person starts the trade and is going on, it puts it to, of course, it puts it to 7 margin call, but it now puts it there, you put it 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. And peradventure, it took that fourth margin call. You can open another margin call and put another ×2 if you, as a then, have extra dollar.
Okay.
I mean, extra USDT. Sorry. Do we understand?
Yes.
Yeah. No, but I really don't always encourage it. $50. I beg. I know I don't want anybody to really lose their money or go into floating loss. Of course, you can't lose your money with ROYALQ, but the floating loss not be the thing. Honestly, it could frustrate someone that's coming in for the first time. And because we don't have capital. If somebody has capital and you have good knowledge, you make your money. You make your money. The margin call ×2, ×4, ×8, ×16, ×32, ×64, ×120, 128. 7 margin call. No dip will be able to hold the person down.
But it will consume a lot of money.
That is it. It's going to consume a lot of money. It's going to, but at least I know that if I have up to that kind of money, I will just set it that way.
Like how much?
Yeah, 1,000. Okay, like now, settings for 200. That's the right setting is going to be all rough. I think it's 1,000 something, 1,000 plus
for just one.
Yeah, for one trade. Then I want to say something also. I want to say something and encourage everyone. Please, if you have $1,000 to trade, all right, it's better you just use it for 2 trades. I'm looking at a lot of things happening that have a lot of my team members, team partners with one issue or the other coming up. If you have $1,000, just take 2 trades. Concentrate on those 2 trades and make your money. But if you say, okay, I have $1,000, let me take 10 coins. It could eventually mess somebody up along the line. But if you have 2 coins that you choose, all right. And for me, I would say don't trade the 2 coins at the same time. If you trade one today and it's trading and it sells, you can trade on that one. It sells, you trade. But if for any reason it doesn't sell, all right, don't trade, don't use the rest of the money to trade again. Wait till the next day. It's going to help you arrange your trade and arrange, you'll be better organized. You'll be better organized instead of just throwing the whole money into the account. I want to take as many coins as possible. Hey, it's not really the best. We should get better. We should get smarter at this. I hope we understand.
Okay. Please, there's experience I want to share here now. I have done 100, okay. I have done 50. And once it gets to $9, it doesn't buy again. At most, I have used $100. Once it gets to $30, it doesn't buy again. And it will sell off.
I don't understand.
I said that I traded with 100. Before it gets to $30, it has already sold. It didn't take up to that 100. It will sell.
Yes. It might not. If the market does not dip, if the market does not dip into that extent, then it wouldn't buy it.
Then I traded $50, even $100. It just bought 9 that first buy. It sold off.
It's still the same thing. Wait, what do you say? I didn't get that well.
I traded 100. At times I would trade 100. At times I would trade 50. And if you did that first buying amount, by the time it will continue like that until it will sell.
Okay, to not buy any other this thing.
Yes, it will sell off.
Now let me explain. Let me quickly go to my ROYALQ. I need to explain something to us. It's because those areas is not well understood. Let me just take one coin. I understand. Great. What's this? Okay, great. I understand. Now this is a trade setting. So let me choose a margin, whatever. Let me take this. Then now let me go to margin configuration. Please take a look at what I want to explain here. All right, just a minute. Now, if you did your first buy, all right, I don't know, whatever amount you did your first buy, the first buy is not in this place. This is the margin. This is the margin call, isn't it? Now, since it's the margin call, that your first buy, if that market does not drop, if it doesn't drop by 2.5% and it goes up, it will just sell. It's when it drops by 2 point. You remember I said on this line, don't change anything. Okay. This is what will keep you safe in case even the market goes deep. So if that market does not drop by 2.5, it will not buy your first margin. Now, if it drops to 2.5, it will buy your first margin. If it does not drop again by 3%, it will not buy your second margin.
Okay.
If it drops by 3%, it will buy it. If it doesn't drop by 3% again on this third margin, it will not buy this third margin, this third multiple. It will not buy it. Do you understand? Yes. So that is exactly the way this thing works. That is why I can come here and tell you boldly, MACD automation, MACD manual work, but use this setting. So if the market doesn't go deep, all right, it won't buy it. It will just sell off. But remember, if it's selling off and you get carried away, let's say you have $1,000, you say, oh, I'm only using $100 out of $1,000, and this thing is just selling off. I don't know. Let me today, Jerry. I'm not making good profits. Let me use the whole $1,000. You know what can happen? Because you're not the one controlling the market. You and I, we are retail traders. We have wills. We have institutions. We have governments. We have banks that are controlling the money. They are the one controlling the market, not you and I. You and I are retail traders. So those people are the one controlling the market. So that's why I tell people that if you want to be a professional trader, you must go for the training to understand when the big banks enters the market, and you will follow them to enter. Chop something small and get out of the market. Make your money and get out. That is the thing. But thank God that we're using ROYALQ. So it's still okay. But as we go on, we're supposed to improve ourselves, become more advanced, and be able to trade and trade with the banks. If you trade against the bank, you will lose your money. And for the banks to make profits, you and I, they will lure us into the bank, into different trades. And we feel we can make money. So if we trade against them, we'll lose money. Well, anyway, that is a talk for another day entirely. But I hope you've understood what I've explained here.
Yeah. So in the case of that, what will happen? Am I losing the money or what? When it sells,
which one? Do you mean a regular? No, you didn't lose now. If it doesn't go to buy, it will just, it will just sell what you use. Your USDT is still in your exchange.
Yeah.
So when it buys, it's going to use your USDT to buy. So if it doesn't buy, your USDT will still be there. You're not losing anything. But it's just that when the market goes down and buys, right, it will use more money than just the first buying amount, and you make more profits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, ma. You're most welcome. Do we have any other how do I call it? You have another question? All right, let's just